And we start off with education news. 7 satellite mental health clinics will be coming to the Bronx for the upcoming academic year. Now, these new clinics will offer a range of services, including individual, group, and family therapy, as well as crisis management. New York City Mayor Eric Adams recently announced the plans. Additionally, school staff will receive training from clinic professionals to minimize unnecessary calls to 911 and emergency room visits. Moreover, 34 additional schools in the South Bronx and Brooklyn will establish a system for rapid referrals to New York City Health and Hospital's outpatient mental health clinics. Now, these efforts are part of a broader initiative to support young people struggling with isolation and anxiety exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. In other news, senior Bronx residents are protesting budget cuts, demanding improvements to their quality of living. Our BronxNet reporter Brittany Schuyler Albane was at the Bronx Borough Hall. She's got our details.
On Friday morning, the Bronx's senior residents took to the rotunda of Borough Hall to protest budget cuts and demand improvements to their quality of living. Most recently, Mayor Eric Adams announced a budget cut of $7 million to older adult facilities, which would only exacerbate the current challenges that seniors are facing.
At the moment, some of the most pressing issues include lack of AC, heating, less than stellar meals, and even social isolation.
It's a disgrace that in the winter you have no heat. It's a disgrace that the food that we're giving you is not healthy.
In response to this cut, the New York City Council has proposed a budget response that would invest over $50 million into these facilities, of which the Bronx houses 58.
Our budget is a reflection of our blueprint and of our priorities. We cannot say we care about older adults who are our mothers and fathers and grandparents without providing them with sufficient support in a budget.
Aside from repairing physical damage within these centers, Live On New York, a nonprofit working toward improving the living quarters of senior citizens, is asking for $12 million for case management through their social work program, allowing homebound seniors to remain in their homes to reduce social isolation, a damaging epidemic in itself.
So that's a $20 million ask, which is, frankly, a drop in the bucket for New York City's entire budget.
There are no clear answers at the moment, but budget negotiations will continue until June. Reporting for BronxNet, Brittany Schuyler.
And thank you, Brittany. Of course, we'll keep you updated with more news as it becomes available. In health news now, the Environmental Protection Agency has introduced a new rule aimed at reducing the presence of forever chemicals in our drinking water. Now, these chemicals known as PFAS are commonly found in certain cosmetics, sunscreen, and products treated to be waterproof, non-stick or water resistant, and stain resistant. PFA chemicals do not fully break down and linger in both the environment and the human body. According to researchers, nearly 90% of Americans have traces of these chemicals in their blood, which could potentially result in severe health issues such as cancer, kidney, or liver damage from prolonged exposure. Well, that is all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We're taking a quick break, but guess what? We got more open when we return.